Hi guys, good morning or good afternoon or good night or whenever you're watching this. Probably good night since that's when I'm going to upload it. How was your Friday? Was it good? How's your Saturday going so far? Have you had breakfast? What have you had for breakfast? Have you had lunch? I just woke up about an hour ago maybe. I think it's 12 o'clock now. I woke up 10 o'clock, stayed in my bed till 11, just got up, ate breakfast, now I'm drinking some tea. Because I don't like coffee. Am I the only one who doesn't like coffee? Is that weird? I think that's weird. I wonder what the statistic on how many people like coffee is. What do you think it is? 70% of the population? I don't know. I think people are trying to shy away from it though. I don't know why. I mean, I guess if you get addicted to it, that's a bad thing, but who cares? It's supposed to help your heart or something, right? My agenda today is go to work and then get home at 8:30 o'clock. Have you ever taken a cold shower? And I'm not talking just a little bit of a cold shower that you take in the summer when you're trying to cool down. I mean like an icicle bath. The hot water in our house isn't working for some reason, so the other day I was taking my shower casually as normal. I get about 2 or 3 minutes in, and it starts to get significantly less hot. So I'm starting to think, okay, so it's getting warmer, but it's not hot as I usually have it, and then before you know it, I was just bathing in ice. I couldn't even condition my hair. I hadn't even washed my face. I had to wash it in the freezing cold water. Literal ice cubes coming out of my freaking shower head. So I had to turn off the water real quick, get out of there, and I was freezing cold for the rest of the night. It was not fun. Now, a shower is one thing, but we also have central heat, the heat that comes from the radiators. We also have a fireplace. We usually use the fireplace, but since nobody was home, I had to use the heat that came from the radiators. I went to turn it on. The way radiators work is that water circulates through it and that's heated and that's what heats your house. But since the hot water heater wasn't working, that wasn't working either, and it took me a while to realize why it wasn't working. So my dad got home, reset the water heater, and told me that's all he needed to do. So the heat worked for about 5 minutes and then shut off again, and proceeded to not work for the rest of the night. So, needless to say, I was pretty much freezing the entire night. We have these little wall heaters on the wall that you can flip on, and it heats up a small space, but for a whole house it doesn't really work. One morning he came into my room and said, hey, before you leave for work, just flip on the little heaters we have in the rooms, all of them. And I was like, alright, that's fine, I guess. But I'm not going to be home for it. Gotta keep the bird warm, I guess. And nobody wants to come home to a cold house. That sucks. If you hear any rambling metallic noises, that's just Socko. He's to my left. We had to put him a little closer to the heaters because we didn't want him to get cold over the night. He usually stays near that window back there, but we figured that would be too cold for him. It's a little drafty. So he's kind of in the middle of the room, and he's just freaking out all morning. I don't know why. Maybe you have to replace his food. So I went to that reunion thing last night. That was pretty cool. We stayed from 6 to about 10 at night, actually, which is unusual for us. We were supposed to be there at 5:30, but, of course, my parents always run late, so we got there at 6, which drives me up the freaking wall. Man, I cannot stand when people are late. Ooh, sorry. That is one of my pet peeves, when people are late. I can't stand it. I'm one of those who I will show up 15 minutes early rather than be a minute late. It's just a thing. We kind of just talked about life and school and people who suck and people we hate. My parents are gone. They went to visit my grandmother. I guess they're taking her out for dinner for one of her Christmas gifts. They also bought her this phone. My grandma's hard of hearing, so they bought her this really dope looking phone thing, and it's supposed to write out what the person on the end of the... Socko, please! It's supposed to write out what the person on the other line is saying, so if they say, hello, how are you? A little dialogue will come up that says that, and she can read it and then respond, which is pretty cool because it's difficult to talk to her on the phone anyway, which is kind of sad because I try to thank her for stuff she pays for my tuition or she sends me something, but it's really hard to talk to her on the phone, It's also hard to have a face-to-face conversation with her, which is kind of shitty. There's stuff I'd like to know. She has some wild, crazy stories. She used to be a nurse in some New York City hospital. I'm not sure which one. Some big name one. But she's got some cool stories, but most of the time she can't tell me anything because I don't know what she's trying to say. Alright guys, I've rambled on enough today. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings though. I hope they were somewhat entertaining. I will catch you on the flip side, aka tomorrow. And I hope you have a great Saturday and a great Sunday. And I hope you have a great week if I don't see you during the week, which I probably will because I'm planning on making a video every day this week. Peace out, guys.